Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny Godly. Welcome back to my channel. I am your resident chocolate bae, honey, and welcome back to the Chocolate Checklist. Today's edition of the Chocolate Checklist is going to focus on all drugstore products. I've gotten requested to do this so many times, so I said let me just go ahead and do it because, honey, this whole face is drugstore. I pulled out the very best of all of my drugstore products, and I can't wait to share them with you guys, so let's just go ahead and jump in. Okay, so let me start off by saying that the drugstore has come a long way, and okay, so let's start out this way. I started with drugstore makeup. I veered into high-end makeup. I became extremely blessed to get on PR lists and to get gifted high-end makeup, and then I got trapped in a zone of high-end makeup, okay? I'm admiring my face, so obviously this story leads back to drugstore. But I just want to say the drugstore has come a long way. Their foundation, I think, has come the furthest way. I'm going to start this video out with primers, though. Honestly, drugstore primer is something that I still use even with some of my high-end foundations. The one that I'm using today is Nyx Angel Veil. If you are a long-time subscriber, you'll remember a time when I was absolutely positively in love with Angel Veil. Angel Veil in combination with Shine Killer or Pore Filler is just insane. Although Angel Veil actually really goes in and softens lines and wrinkles and pores and different things like that, I love a silicone-based primer, but NYX makes some of the drugstore's best primers. This is Angel Veil, which I absolutely love. Shine Killer, which is great for us shiny girls, as girls who like a matte beat. Absolutely amazing. And then of course we have Pore Filler for us girls out there with pores and texture and maybe ice pick acne scars. It's thick. It is one of those primers that has a silicone cushion to it. Oh, it's just so thick and creamy. I absolutely love it. It just fills in pores and dents and divots like no other primer. Okay, and as I say that, I look over and I see a primer that is kind of just like it, but also very different. So the Loreal Revitalift Miracle Blur, they have this one in this container, and then they have the one in the pot. I also have the one in the pot. I didn't pull it out. I don't want to grab it now, but they have that thick, cushy feeling. It's absolutely positively one of the best primers in the drugstore. People who don't believe in primers, I don't understand you. I just don't understand you. And then of course we have LA Girl Pro Prep, which I absolutely love. This reminds me of the OG primer, one of the first primers I ever tried, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish, or is it Studio? No, the Photo Finish primer. It has that thick, silicone-y, fill in your lines, blur, feel pores, wrinkles, absolutely amazing. So this is the LA Girl Pro Prep. Absolutely amazing. You cannot go wrong with any of those primers from the drugstore. I think that one's especially great if you have dry skin that's a little bit flakier, because it gives you like a moisture, like a hydration, and then it smooths over everything else. Before primer, I did want to give a quick shout out to Garnier. They have some really great moisturizers right now. This one is the Glow Boost Illuminating, Moisturizing, hydrating moisturizer, and this is a really great choice from the drugstore. It works on all different skin types and gives your skin a little bit of a glow. I'm not using it today, but I have used it in the past, and I will be doing a full face using some of my favorites. I did this face on Instagram Live, so I'll be redoing it for you guys, or at least something similar, so you can see everything that went down, because it went down. This face to me looks high-end. The foundation that I'm using, which I'm about to talk about right now, absolutely amazing. Okay, so first of all, drugstore foundation, amazing. I remember at one point when I was a darker shade, if somebody were to be in the foundation area of the drugstore and they said, hey, what color do you want me to get? I'd be like, oh, just grab the darkest one. And they'd be like, oh, you want me to look? No. Just grab the darkest one. I'm definitely the darkest one. Now it's amazing how many different shades, tones, undertones, skin types that foundation comes in. I do want to start with some of the OGs because they're still available in the drugstore, and I feel like that says a lot. So number one, L'Oreal True Match. This is the first foundation that ever stocked any of my makeup kits. I feel like They have always been inclusive. The foundation is just amazing. The color, this is one of the first drugstore foundations that offered warm and cool, which I love. I will always, always, always have a special place in my heart for Loreal True Match. I'm color W9.5 if you wanted to know. It's warm, it's deep, it's absolutely amazing. L'Oreal is a true pioneer in inclusivity and also in undertone makeup. Next up, I actually have to mention this. I kind of should have mentioned this first because if you're a longtime viewer, you already know what my real live first favorite foundation was. And if I have to post old videos, I mean, I've been on YouTube for 12 years. If I have to post old videos in the bottom bar, I will. Revlon Colorstay, I'm Cappuccino, combo and oily formula. Now, they went from having a 16-hour wear to having a 24-hour wear. I've always loved Revlon Colorstay. I get Cappuccino and then I get Caramel for the center because I've never really been a huge fan of drugstore concealer, but I do have some coming up for you. I have a special place in my heart for this because this was one of the first brands that worked with skin types. They had dry, they had combo and oily, and then they had oily skin. And I just think that is genius. And I'm just really, really a huge fan of Revlon Colorstay. I have those two. And then a while back, they changed up formulas and then they offered some cream. So these were the creams that were made available. I haven't really used these very, very much, but I do remember the couple times that I did use it, really liking it. I really like the fact that it comes with the foundation and a concealer. And then of course I get Cappuccino and then I get Caramel or Warm Golden. This is just a long time love affair, you guys. I've been using this for a very, very long time. This is one of the first foundations I ever used. I remember going into Walmart and just being like, let me see who has a good foundation for me. And I remember looking at I remember looking at Covergirl and getting a blush from them, getting the Revlon foundation, getting like some Maybelline lip products, and just being like, just so happy and at peace and like, oh my God, they got a color for me. I'm in love. So definitely Revlon Colorstay OG. Next up, I have to mention Maybelline Fit Me. Maybelline Fit Me is a little bit newer to the game than True Match or Colorstay or anything like that, but it's been around for a while now. It's been around for about a good 8 to 10 years, maybe even more, honestly. I'm not exactly sure. I'll try to do some information and see about when this bad boy came onto the scene, but I really, really love the color quality. I think I'm color coconuts in this. I love the color quality. I love the payoff. I love this because it doesn't over oxidize. So there are a couple of formulations from L'Oreal, though I love their foundation, especially True Match, that are just a little bit too saturated in undertone and they just over oxidize, and that is one of the problems with drugstore makeups that I have. And that actually is the opposite of one of the brands that I've always wanted to love but could never really love their foundation until recently, until the last couple years. The Covergirl Matte Made foundation I feel like is absolutely positively amazing. This is an amazing foundation. It has just enough undertone. It has a great coverage. It mattes down, and it is actually a really, really inclusive line. You guys remember they came out with like 40 something colors. So I'm a big fan of this. I feel like you can't go wrong with any of the foundations I mentioned. And then of course the foundation that I'm wearing, which is NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I'm color 21 in Cocoa. I'm actually the face of this foundation. So if you're ever in Walmart or Target, Dwayne Reed or Rite Aid, and you are purchasing NYX, definitely look for my face, honey, because I'm gonna be there. I absolutely love this foundation. I'm wearing it right now. I've had this on for a few hours. It hasn't oxidized in a weird way. It looks amazing. It matches me so well. I always hold my arm up because I like a color consistency. My face, my neck. I don't ever want to put my hand up and it just looks awkward or it just looks displaced against my face. I think my face looks amazing. The base, the lips, the eye products, which I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. The foundation is amazing. And last but not least, I have to show these two from LA Girl. I feel like when it comes to drugstore makeup, a lot of people don't include LA Girl. LA Girl is more of an Ulta product. I also think that they're available in some Targets and maybe even some CVS's. I'm not sure. I'll do more information, and of course I'll have information in the bottom bar. I love LA Girl foundation, especially this Pro Matte. They have done a color expansion and I think it's amazing. The LA Girl Pro Coverage is also just an amazing foundation. If I had to compare it to anything, and this is going to sound absolutely positively wild and absurd, but I would compare it to Makeup Forever HD. The formulation, the way it wears, I don't know about the longevity or the length of performance, but it has that HD kind of feel. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy, it's right there in the center, it's buildable, it looks amazing on the skin, and then of course the matte is just, I love this foundation. Okay, so when it comes to drugstore concealer, I'm not a huge fan of drugstore concealer at all. It's very rare that I find a drugstore concealer that I like. I did like Fit Me. I just felt like they never really had the undertone strength that I wanted or needed. They had like a cafe color that I liked, but I felt like it needed more warmth. I felt like they were all too desaturated. But when it comes to LA Girl, as I said, they are the bomb. They never let me down. I have on their concealers right now. I think they're absolutely amazing. They dry down, they wear well. They have so many colors. They have color correctors, they have highlighters. They have just everything you could ever need when it comes to complexion products. I think LA Girl is the bomb. Their color correctors are legends here on YouTube. Get in the know, look them up, find out about these. They're peach, they're orange color correcting. Now they have a red orange color corrector. Fawn and Toffee are the colors of the center of my face that I prefer. And then if you like a super highlight, something like warm beige or light ivory might be colors for you, but I absolutely love them. I love the price, I love the quality, I love the way it wears. LA Girl just has it all together with their complexion products within the last forever, period. Forever. I've also kind of been a fan of the Wet n Wild concealers, though I only have one color and I could never ever find them. This one color is actually really good. It's kind of like a milky brown center, almost like a neutral tone. I don't use it very much, but I got it to try it a few months ago, probably actually a year or so ago. Time be flying, honey. But I really liked it. I really wish I had other colors to try out, but this was actually something notable, as well as the Covergirl True Blend It's Lit concealer. I really like roll up blush. Here we go again. I really like roll up brush style concealers because you can like brush them into the areas that you wanted. And then I like to go in with my gem blender and blend it out. I'm actually kind of a fan of this. I like the tone. I like Covergirl products nowadays, you know. I haven't always been a fan of core Covergirl. I used to really like the Queen collection, which I actually have a really great powder from them. I'll show you in a second. But the It's Lit and the Matte Made collections are amazing, as well as some of their Vitalis powders, which I will show you in a second. Okay, so the powders that I have on my face right now, for contour, I'm actually wearing NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in Espresso, and I really love this powder. You guys know that I always love the NYX Hydro Touch powder in Cappuccino, and every time I talk about it, you guys are like, oh my god, it's not available anymore. So this is the successor to that powder, and I really think it's great. As you can see, I have it on my face as my contour bronzer kind of powder, and it looks amazing. It's soft, it easily blends, and I think that Espresso is a great tone for anyone who's like my shade, a little bit lighter and a little bit darker. But I love the Hydro Touch still, just a little bit better. Just the texture of the powder, I think, was a little bit softer. And where is it? I have it here somewhere, and it broke on me, but I just still love it so much. Here it is in this packaging. I will insert a picture for you. I'm not going to open it because it's going to get everywhere, and it's going to get on my nails, it's going to get on my clothes, it's going to be too much. So in the center of my face, I am wearing this Covergirl Queen Collection powder, and this is in the color Golden Medium. And I used this and I mixed it with a little bit of my Milani transparent powder. It's a Prep Glow and Set Illuminating Transparent powder. and I have these two mixed together. But before I added these to my face, I went in and I soft set it. I soft set it also before I contoured, and you guys know I do that, so it eliminates the harsh reality of oxidation. If you have a hard time with your makeup oxidizing, I will have a link in the bottom bar so you can check it out. So this is a powder that I use to soft set. This is the NYC Smooth Finish Pressed Powder. I use this as a touch-up powder throughout the day when I'm wearing drugstore makeup, or if I were doing my little video today and wear test. I would definitely use this. I soft set with this, and then I go in with color powders. And then as the day goes on, I could easily go in with this and just kind of touch up the oily bits of my face and just kind of bring everything back down. It is transparent. It is like a whiter powder, but once it settles into your skin, it's really good. I haven't had any issues with flashback with this, and I've been using this for years. It was actually one of my first setting powders right before I was introduced to Dermablend, and you guys know that I love Dermablend, so it's awesome. Another powder that I love, that I filmed this video twice. I filmed it a few days ago and I didn't like my hair, so I refilmed it. This is the Sleek Contour Kit, and this is in dark, and I absolutely love this. I love the contour. I'm not wild about the highlighting color, though I don't mind it. It's a really great quality. It's just not the kind of color that I generally highlight with, but as you can see, it's really pretty. It's like a glowing bronze color, so it's gonna look great on my skin. It's just not my aesthetic, but I absolutely love the powder in there for contouring. If you have access to Sleek, they're generally in Target, but I will try to find other places so you guys can check them out if you're interested. They're great. They have so many great products, from blush to eyeshadow to glowing. The glow that I'm wearing today is actually from them. It's a pink drop highlighting elixir, which I'll show you in 1 second. Okay, so a couple of the other powders I have here. I have the Revlon Colorstay, which is a really great loose powder. It has the most pigmentation of powders I've tried in the drugstore. I have yet to try the Maybelline Fit Me powders. I really, really want to. Maybelline, if you're watching, hit me up. I need them, okay? And then I've also really been a huge fan of this Covergirl powder. This is the Revitalift Healthy powder. And then the color that I am is warm beige. And this is not even the color that I am. This is more like an orangey tone. And if you guys watch my powder video, you'll know that I use this to kind of alleviate darkness around my eyes and mouth, because it is that orange tone. It's kind of like a color correcting powder. This is kind of like a hidden gem in the drugstore. If you run up on this, get it. And your chocolate, and say for instance you set your makeup and you're like, I set it and my under eyes are bright, but it still looks a little dark. I still have like a little darkness around my mouth. I have like a darkness here or there. This powder is going to be awesome. It's going to save your life. Trust me when I tell you, you need this powder in your collection, especially if you're a powder girl. Now, if you have drier skin, or if you're just not like a powder girl, then forget everything I said. But if you're like me and you love a good powder because you have oily skin, or just because you found your way working with powder and you're good at it and you know how to make them look good, and you can wear 3 or 4 powders on your face without looking like death because your skin's really oily like mine, you're gonna need this. Also wanted to say, as far as banana powders go, NYX and LA Girl both make great banana powders. I didn't want to weigh this video down too much. I do want to go ahead and jump into blushes. I did go ahead and just go for the oldies but goodies and some OGs, the Milani Big Blushes, which I have noticed are still available in the drugstore, and they're still available because they're amazing. Okay, I have 2 on my cheeks, okay? I have a super duper oldie but goodie on my cheeks. I have Sunset Beach. Do you guys remember these? I'll cry. Okay, this is like a part of YouTube history, okay? If you haven't been watching YouTube for 8 years, you don't know about this. This is not your jam. Okay, I have this on my cheeks right now. Absolutely amazing. I love the way this looks. I will always, always, always love coral blush. I think that's amazing. And then I went over the top. This is red Vino. Let me go ahead and pop this open, you guys. This is history in the making, okay? You little young whippersnappers, you scallywags, you better learn about this. Okay, this is your history, okay? This is makeup ancestry. Ancestors. These are the ancestors of makeup. This is red Vino. I have a little bit of this on my cheeks as well. I absolutely love this. This is dark skin girl heaven. So good. So good. Absolutely love. Okay, and then I have Rose d'Oro. Do you guys remember these? Don't make me cry. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember these? Like, just love, just love. Okay, so NYX also makes an amazing assortment of blushes in the drugstore. Milani makes some great blushes and highlighters. This one here is called Afterglow. This is called Strobe Light. You guys know that this is my jam. This is my song. I love this movie when it comes to highlighting powders. I don't like too strong of a gold current. I like it to look very natural. I like it to look like health. I like it to look like skincare. So love that. Love, love, love these Lady Rouge powder blushes from Milani. Well, the name of this is Lady Rouge. This is just a powder blush. I absolutely love these matte blush tones. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, NYX, Sleek actually makes an amazing assortment of blushes if you can get your hands on some Sleek blush. I did a video about these in the past. Look, 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 look. Amazing. You need these, okay? I'll try to put up some other photos of Sleek blushes. Believe me, they have a lot of colors. I didn't want to weigh this video down too much. Okay, so following that, I did want to talk about these two highlighting elixirs from Sleek. I'm absolutely in love with these. I'm generally not really the highlighting elixir type of girl, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I used to love to put these on before foundation. They make your face look absolutely glowy and amazing. The light particles help to fill in your pores and lines and wrinkles and fine lines, make your face look smooth and big and babyish. And then I have this one on my cheeks, honey. This one's called She's Got It Glow. And then this is called Sunlit. And I have one more, and I think it's in my bedroom somewhere, but I absolutely just love them. I just love them. I think that they're great from the drugstore. The setting powder that I use today is NYX, and this is their Dewy Finish setting powder, which I absolutely love. LA Pro also makes a bomb setting spray. And then of course, Loreal Infallible. I feel like these are the setting sprays of the drugstore. Milani also makes a matte and dewy setting spray that I think are really, really good. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow from the drugstore, again, I think this is an area where LA Girl comes in and doesn't get as much credit as they deserve. They have been really putting out some really good drugstore eyeshadows right now. I just dug my finger into this one right here and it's so pretty. So I might as well just swatch that for you. Absolutely amazing. This is the Feverish palette. When I did my first video, I used this. I love all the bricks and the terracottas and the berry tones and the golds. I think this is very, very dark skin girl friendly. I think that this is just a foolproof palette. They also have some that they released this summer that I think are amazing. L'Oreal, the Nudes and the Rock Nudes, you guys know, excuse me, Maybelline, the Nudes and the Rock Nudes, I absolutely love. I think this is a bomb. Everyday matte work, church, wedding type of palette, and you guys know that that's my style of makeup. Everyday wedding, very sexy, very understated yet noticeable, and statement making without being overpowering. And then of course, MUA Cosmetics. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with these. I get these from CVS, and I really think that they have a lot of really, really good eyeshadow palettes with some really great colors, really, really great storylines, sleek as well. This is another one from MUA, which I think is really, really pretty. The one that I use on my eyes today is sleek, and it's called Modern Romance, I think. Let me show you. This is also another one from LA Girl, which I just think is absolutely amazing. It's called The Nudist, and I love it. So, so pretty. Every day, easy to wear. You don't need to combine other palettes with it. It's just a standalone wonderful palette. So this is the one that I used from Sleek today, and I absolutely love it. I have this nude and a few of these purples, and then this warm purple in the very inner tear duct of my eye. This is called Vintage Romance, and I think that this palette is just amazing and easy to wear. All you need is a good black liner with this, nothing else, and you can get so many looks from this palette. So drugstore lipsticks could absolutely positively get their own complete and utter video. I pulled out some of my favorites from my favorite collections. L'Oreal Infallible, first of all, makes some of the bombest tones and textures when it comes to makeup, and their chocolate collection is bomb. This is not from the chocolate collection. I don't have anything down here from the chocolate collection, but I will have some things in the bottom bar that you can check out. I think they're absolutely amazing. The tones, the way it wears, they've been around for years, and I think that says a lot. I think the L'Oreal Infallible line has been around since like 2006. Period. That says a lot about that collection. I think the NYX Matte Lip Creams are absolutely positively amazing. They make some of the best nudes. I have 3 separate nudes right here. I have Stockholm, London, no, it's 2 nudes, Stockholm and London, but I absolutely positively love these. I have one on today in the center of my lip. I have London. All over my lip, I have Mink from Revlon, which is an absolute favorite. And then my lip liner is an LA Girl lip liner in chocolate. LA Girl makes some amazing lip liners for the drugstore. If you're not familiar, you definitely have to check them out. I have a few here that I'll show you. So here are a few of the LA Girl lip liners. I didn't want to get too in depth. I didn't want to weigh this video down too long. It's already about a half an hour right now, this video, and I'm trying to wrap it up. I wanted to pull out all of the things that I think are substantial for dark skin. L'Oreal Infallible, the NYX lip colors, the Milani lipsticks. These are, what are they, Colorstational? That's probably a whole other brand. This one right here in particular is Teddy Bear. They make some of the best nudes, some of the best red tones, and it's just absolutely amazing. That did not even swatch. This lipstick is probably older than most of your children. Like, oh my god, it's coming out so gooey. But yes, just look at that nude. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is just a really, really great lipstick line. L'Oreal is constantly coming out with new lipsticks. They have their new line, the macaroons. Then they have these here, which are almost like really pigmented lip stain type of texture, which I really, really love. My first drugstore video that I shot, I actually swatched every one of these. Okay, well, all the ones that I thought were substantial for dark skin, and here are a few of them. I really, really think that these are a great addition to the drugstore lineup. I really, really love the colors and the way they wear. I think they're amazing. These were released a couple years ago, and I was a really, really big fan of them. And I think what's happening right now is they're being pretty much re-released under ink, the Maybelline Ink Pencils or whatever the case may be. I really, really loved the color of these. I think that they're bright and they're pigmented and they are going to look sensational on dark skin. So I'm glad that they're pretty much being re-released. I loved the colors of these. I was absolutely devastated when I couldn't find them anymore. But these are really, really great. Like I said, these are going to be back in the drugstore again. A little bit of a different packaging, but I'm pretty sure it's the same formula and probably pretty much just the same product in new packaging with a new name. The Revlon Youth Fix Foundation, which honestly, I'm not even sure if this is available anymore, but I did like this because this was almost like a foundation and a primer in one. It's like a foundation with a silicone-y primer kind of feel, and it's supposed to blur your lines and fill your pores, which it actually really, really does. I'm not sure if this is available anymore, but I really did like this. I have so many things here. I'm looking around. I'm pretty sure there's something that I missed. I'll try to do any additions in the bottom bar and on the screen, but this video is getting very long, okay? Everything that I use on my face, I will have in the bottom bar. Oh, my eyebrows, which I love a couple of drugstore eyebrow products. I love the NYX micro pencils, and then of course the L'Oreal brow products, which is what I used. This is the Brow Stylist Definer, and the color that I use is in brunette. That's what I have on my brows right now. And then on the tail of my brow, I took a pencil. I took a detailed liner brush with some black waterproof liner from Milani, and I just really, really love how everything came out. My lashes are Ardell. Ardell is OG territory here on YouTube. We've all worn Ardell. You guys know how much I love the Maybelline Nude collection. This is Untainted Spice. Is it Untainted? Untamed. Untainted Spice right here. They make some of the best women of color friendly nudes. And then of course, you guys know that I love Mink from Revlon, their Colorstay collection. Mink, Violet, and so many colors. I'll have any corresponding videos in the bottom bar that I think would help you make wise drugstore decisions when you're in the drugstore and you're shopping. Don't forget about the chocolate checklist. As always, guys, if this video reaches 1,000 likes, I will be doing a giveaway of some of my favorite drugstore products that will include lip products and a couple of Garnier skincare products. All right, so as always, guys, you have been checked, honey. Thank you so much for tuning in. While you're here, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up, and check out some of my latest videos. Thank you so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch, and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye, guys.